Hi everyone, blessings. So I'm really making this video because I wanted to share a word that the Lord has been teaching me this past month, these past few weeks. The Lord is always working with us on something. He's never just idle. He's always telling us how we can become more and more loving and more like him. And so this past few months, I really have been feeling like the Lord has been teaching me that more importantly than what we do for people is how we interact with people. For example, let's say you can say to a person that you love them because you're like, I did this for you, I did that for you, I sacrificed this for you. But the Lord is teaching us and telling us that more importantly than what you do for someone to demonstrate that you love someone is your interaction with them when you are engaging with them. For example, some ways that are more meaningful and make a person feel more loved than you just doing for them is like giving a person your undivided attention, listening to them, encouraging them, supporting them, letting them know when they speak to you that you value their opinion, that you value and respect what they have to say, that you want to hear from them, that you're there to support them. The interactions that you have with someone, the respect that you have, and the way that you demonstrate your love when you're speaking to them is gonna be in some form more meaningful to them than what you did for them. Because many times we can say that for example, like, I have paid this debt for you, if someone had a debt, and that is a demonstration of love, to sacrifice and give from your pocket for someone else's pocket. Or you can say, well, I tolerated this from you, or I forgave that from you. Those are big demonstrations of love, but they're not going to hit as deeply as when you interact with someone, and what you show and what you do when you interact with them is really going to help them to know that you love them. For example, too, God loved the world, for God so loved the world that he gave his one and only son. So he did for many people, he did for the world, but not everyone feels like God loves them. Yeah, they know he did this for them, but they don't know that he loves them until they interact with him, until they see how he listens to them, until they see how he cares for them, until they experience that interaction with God himself. That's when they realize that they are loved by him. And all this time they've had the knowledge that God gave them something, that God sacrificed for them, that God loved the world, that he gave. But more meaningful than that is going to be the fact that when you interacted with God, you felt that love because he comforted you when you were down. He forgave you, he gave you forgiving words. He gave you encouraging words. He showed you love, when he interacted, when you speak, he listened to you, all of those things. So when you interact with someone and you want to let them know that you love them, more importantly than just doing for them and just saying, well, I've tolerated this, I've forgiven this, I've sacrificed this, I've done this and this and this for you. Yes, you've done, but more importantly, to make a person feel and know that you love them is when you interact with them. You want to make sure that that interaction is what is going to show that you love them truly, and it's going to be more meaningful to them when you give them your undivided attention, when you listen to them, when you show them that they're important to you and what they have to say is important. It's very hard sometimes to listen to people when you don't really care what they have to say, or you're not interested in what they have to say. But we have to truly, when we interact with others, value what they have to say, care about what they have to say. We have to learn to love others. We have to put others before ourselves, and this is how the Lord is working on us, to make us more holy, to make us more like him, to set us apart, to help us to spread love in the world. And so when you go out there today and when you interact with others, remember to make those interactions meaningful more than what you do for them. May God bless you, and may God help us all to be more like him. God bless you. Bye.